If you are here in Dubai and about to buy a new pickup truck, hold on for a minute. There is a new player in the game, and I bet it can change your mind. Hello and welcome everyone. This is Omar from Dresden Motors, and today I'm going to be telling you everything that you need to know about the brand new 2023 Ford F-150 Lightning. How much kilometers does it make in a single charge? How much horsepower does it make? Is it good? Is it bad? How much it costs? Those and every single question that pops out in your mind, today I'm going to be answering. So buckle up and let's go. First things first, let's start with the name, Lightning. This is not the first time that Ford uses this name on one of their vehicles. Actually, it was first used with their first gen, Ford F-150 Lightning in 1993. But the one that we all remember is the second gen, F-150 Lightning Brian O'Connor drove in the original Fast and Furious movie back in 2001.
In the room, me and my crew, and it was cool until we bumped into you. Now it's been years, but there you were like a Mustang, redlining every single gear with a...
For the first look on the Ford F-150 Lightning, you will be like, wait a minute, I know this one. And you will be right. The reason why you recognize that this is an F-Series pickup truck is because it's based on the 14th generation of the Ford F-150. What Ford did is they took their best-selling pickup truck in America and they just electrified it. But when you get closer, you will start to tell them apart. Starting from this closed grille. Of course, being an electric vehicle, it doesn't need an open grille for cooling the engine. And from these diamond shapes on it, you will tell that this is the platinum trim level, which is the highest trim level of all the Ford trims available, which is Pro, XLT, Lariat, Platinum. Here in the middle, you will find the big old blue Ford logo that we're all familiar with, and underneath it there is the front camera. On each side, you will see these LED lights, low beams, high beams, day running lights, and this signature light bar that connects both sides together, but more on that later. Since we are here in front of this truck, let me show you what Ford calls Mega Power Frunk, which was a big stopping features of the Lightning when it came out back in 2021.
It popped the hood.
Pop the hood?
Pop the hood.
Of course, times are different now, and we're not gonna see a huge 12-liter million-cylinder engine in here. Instead, you will see this big empty space for all your stuff. 4 power outputs here, like if you are somewhere out in Dubai doing some camping, doing some off-roading, you need to power a projector, power tool, etc. USB Type-C, USB Type-A for most of our devices, and here what I like to call is anti-kidnapping button. Like if you want to do a prank to one of your friends and you keep him inside here, he can just push this button here and he will run away. And this button right here, it will light up the front for you if you want to take out something in the dark. And behind this plastic cover over here, you will see a normal small 12-volt battery, but of course this is not the one powering the vehicle. And this button over here, it could be used to open or closing your frunk. Speaking of which, there are 3 ways to open or close this frunk. One from the inside, the second one is from double pressing the key fob, and the other one is this button. Moving on to the side, you will see this big 22-inch machined wheels with 275 all-season BSW tires and a big side step to help you get in and out of the vehicle. Literally, I'm sitting on it right now. But I would have really preferred to see running board side steps. Like if I'm paying 410,000 dirhams for this vehicle, I would love to see some features I see on other high-end vehicles. For example, let's say the GMC Sierra Denali. Lightning badge on the end of the trunk with the thunder symbol placed on the letter T that you will know that this one is the electric one. And here is the trunk with F-150 stamped on it, just like what you normally see on the petrol F-150. But with the main difference is this LED bar, which connects the LED tail lights, just like the one in the front. And just like the front, the tailgate could be opened in 3 different ways. From the inside, from the key fob, and from this bottom that's located over here in what looks like a handle. This trunk has plenty of cool features. Let me show you. Like every pickup truck, it has this side step, so you will not jump in, it can actually help you get in. 3 power outputs here in the back and a stamped ruler. And if you are wondering why they stamped a ruler beside these sockets, it's because they thought of a carpenter or a blacksmith who might use this truck in the work site. He can do some quick measurements and quick cuts with the power tools. And some lights over here, here, over there. I mean, come on, it's called the lighting. It should have sunlight to brag about, right? And one of the most useful features, in my opinion, is the rear trunk camera that's mounted over here, so you can keep an eye on your cargo while you're driving. Coming to the rear door, you will see that this is a full-size door. Actually, this car comes in one cab configuration, which is the Super Crew full-size 4 doors with a 5.5 feet long bed. So from bumper to bumper, this car will measure at 5.91 meters. And the total width of the car, including the mirrors, is 2.44 meters. So yeah, this is not something that you will enjoy parking in Dubai Mall. Here's your charging board with platinum stamped on it, so people will know that you got the highest trim level available. Yes, I paid for it and will let people know it. Here is your normal charger, and this is your DC fast charger. You just plug it in, press this button, and it will start charging. Before we jump to the inside of the car, let me tell you about its mechanical features. So getting the Platinum, you will get the dual motor setup. Motor on the front axle and a motor on the back axle. You will also get the extended range 131 kilowatt hour battery that's good for 480 kilometers of range. So here we are not only looking at an eco-friendly full-size pickup truck, because this one is capable of doing the 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 4.5 seconds. So yes, my friend, you better be careful when you hit that accelerator. One thing you need to know about this vehicle is the charging time. So using this big baby over here, which is the Ford Charge Station Pro with 80 amps, that will charge your vehicle from 15 to 100% in 8 hours. Another cool feature that this car have is that you can use it as a power bank, but for your house. Let's say there is a blackout, which is something that will never happen here in Dubai, but just in case. The battery in this car is able to run your house from 3 up to 10 days, depending on your usage. So if you are outside in your ISBA, instead of using a gasoline generator, you can just use your car. On paper, this truck is more than capable for all the work you can expect from a full-size pickup truck. Maximum towing is up to 4 tons, maximum payload is 750 kilograms. But the downside with towing something that almost 4 tons with this electric truck is the range reduction. Let's say this truck can do 480 kilometers on a full charge in the perfect driving conditions. When you are towing something that's almost 4 tons, the range will be reduced to 240 kilometers. And this is Dubai, so I'm pretty sure this is not what they call perfect driving conditions. Let's hop into the driver's seat and start showing you all the goodies that comes inside. Starting from the door panel, you can see some attention to details. Leather, stitching, alcantara, some wood trims, large spaces for all your stuff. 2-tone leather seats with Platinum logo, as you can see, and the front seats are heated and ventilated. And there was a plan to give the front seats massaging features, but that was cancelled due to some supply issues or whatever that Ford says. 12-inch digital cluster that's really modern looking compared to other vehicles. A big round steering wheel, so you can be reminded that this is a full-size F-Series pickup truck. And being the Platinum, you will get this humongous 15-inch screen, which from it you can control all your settings, your controls, 4 drive modes. You can see it's a bit laggy, not as snappy as something that you can see in the Tesla, but
it is what it is. It is what it is.
Another cool feature I want to tell you about is the one-pedal drive you can see over here. If you enable it, the vehicle will allow you to drive it using the accelerator pedal only. If you hit on it, it will accelerate. If you take your foot off, it will brake until the full stop. This will be handy in the rush hours here in Dubai. Down here you have your wireless charger, some USB ports, and similar to other F-150 vehicles, if you press this button over here, the shifter will go all the way down. In this vehicle, I think this feature is more useful than its petrol variant, because if you are sitting in a station charging your car up, you can use this table to do some work, maybe send some emails, or I don't know, maybe just have an indoor breakfast in your car. Here on the passenger side, you can see 2 power outputs. This one is 12 volt, this one is 120 volts. 2 storage compartments, one at the top, and your glove box down here. Oh, I thought this one is much bigger than it looks. In the center console over here, you can see a big storage space with 2 charging ports, enough for your laptop or anything else. Here you can see what they call Ford Blue Cruise. What this does, let's say you are moving from Dubai to Abu Dhabi. You will be using your cruise control with Ford Co-Pilot and hands-free feature. So what this does, It will keep an eye on your eyes. If you got distracted, if you're not looking on the road in front of you, it will beep until you get alert and get refocused again. Here you have a small center console at the top as well. It has a storage for your sunglasses, some switches for your lights, and controls for your panoramic sunroof. And this button over here, you will use it to slide open the rear window. I don't know why you would use that for, but you paid for it, so you better use it. The back door panels get the same treatment as the ones in the front. Again, leather, Alcantara, some wood trims, and these babies over here that I didn't tell you about yet. Actually, this car will give you 18 speakers, B&O surrounding audio system, and it's one of the nicest audio systems you have seen on recent cars. Now I'm sitting behind the driver's seat, which I had adjusted to my driving position, and just look to the legroom I have in front of my knees. I mean, I'm not a short guy, I'm like 180 centimeters, and I'm still getting more room than most of the sedans or small SUVs in the market. Also, the headroom here is pretty decent. As you can see, I'm a bald guy, so the headroom is something that I'm always concerned about, because if I'm hitting a speed bump with speed, there is no hair to protect my head. Here in the middle, you can see some cup holders, some power outputs. This one is 12 volt, this one is 120 volts, and some USBs, Type C, Type A, and the rear seats are only heated. They are not ventilated as the front seats. And if you lift the rear seat like this, you can find this storage space. I mean, in this truck, storage space is something that you really cannot run out of. Now, if you remember when I was talking about the light bar in the front, I told you more on that later. I did so because I wanted to show you this option you can activate from the infotainment screen. It's called zone lighting. What it does is that it will make a circle of light surrounding the vehicle from all sides, front, back, and both sides. So if you are camping here in the desert, there is no need to bring extra lights with you, because your truck can do it much cooler and much better. Now we came to the end of this video, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Also, if you need any help on how and where to buy this particular vehicle, feel free to contact us and I'll be more than happy to help. Stay tuned and see you next week.